Hey Suzanne, what are we doing today?
We are going to agree to disagree today, Conesy.
We are in the new game from Adam's Apples Games, Agree to Disagree. We're actually going to have the whole Wisco Dice crew here to play through it, and we're going to give you a quick how to play before we get started. Welcome to Wisco Dice! Hey yo folks, I am your host, Conesy with the Most, and I am joined today by...
Hey, I'm Suzanne. And today we are going to introduce you to a great new game designed by Ryan Mindel and published by Adam's Apple Games. This game is called Agree to Disagree, where you are going to discuss different topics with your friends and other gamers and have some fun disagreements in it.
Yes, this is the very first party game from Adam's Apples Games. This is the same publisher that did the amazing breakout success Planet Unknown last year. And their Kickstarter for the expansion Supermoon just finished. So we're really excited to give this game a try. And more than that, let you know what we think about it in our final wrap up and comments.
Yes, and Adam's Apple Games was kind enough to provide us a copy of the game to review and share with all of you.
Now, before we go ahead and get started with showing you how to play the game, we just wanted to point out that it'd be really awesome if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And while you're at it, give us a like on this video. If you love seeing this kind of content, it really helps a lot. Of course, it helps even more if you take a couple seconds on that keyboard and typey and give us a comment as well. We love knowing if you thought this game was cool. Does this game work out for you and your play group? Are you interested in it? How do you all those kind of things?
Or what are your other favorite party games?
Or yes, let us know what your other favorite party games are as well.
Yes.
All right, and with that, let's show you how to play this game.
All right, so Agree to Disagree is a game for 2 to 8 players. They do have various variations for how to play with 2 and 3 players, a smaller group, but we're going to assume that you have at least 4 people playing this game for our how to play. One person each round is going to be the moderator. And what they are going to do is they are going to create a statement that they think will cause some disagreement amongst the other players.
Board games are the greatest hobby ever.
Yes. And then what everyone's going to do is they are going to take their little marker, and on the back side of them, there is either a heart if they agree or a heart with an X if they disagree. And you are going to secretly turn it so that the side that you either agree or disagree is pointed towards the center of the table. And then what's going to happen is, starting with the player to the left of the moderator, they are going to pick someone else at the table that they think they disagree with, and you are going to match up your pointies. So if they do not match flush like there, that means the 2 of you did agree on your answer. You're not going to show it to anyone.
Why did you think board games were the greatest hobby ever? Darn it.
So there are no points scored that round, and the person who picked, so the active player, is now out for the round. Now, the next player is going to pick someone else that they think they disagree with, and they're going to match it up again. And if it matches flush like this, the active player is going to get a 2-point card. And then, so they scored 2 points. And the moderator who came up with the statement is going to get a 1-point card. And you continue like that all around the table until there are just 2 people that have not had a chance to match.
By the way, anyone that says board games isn't the greatest hobby of all time and disagreed with that statement, maybe this isn't the right game for them.
So the last 2 players are each going to take their agree to disagree tokens and choose if they think that they are going to agree with each other or disagree. and flip that up. And then based on their result, they are either going to get 2 points if they chose that, hey, I think we're both going to agree and it comes up flush, or if they picked we're going to disagree, then they would get and it showed up as disagree, then they're going to get 2 points. So that is going to continue until around the table, until everyone has had an opportunity to be a moderator, at which point you're going to tally your points. Now, you may ask, how do you pick out a topic, right? So there are great topic starters. You're going to flip over one of each color card, and the person to the moderator's left is going to pick from one of those 6 topics to help the moderator decide what they're going to make a statement on that people are going to disagree with. Now, if you're stuck on what to do for a statement, the game has a handy suggestions card in there. So topic inspirations is what it's called, and it kind of guides you through asking yourself some questions on how to create a good disagreement topic. And
so you might have selected, so we have these 6 topics. So as the moderator, you may have selected, or if I was the moderator, you may have selected, say, action movie off of this blue card as our topic, okay? These then go back to the bottom of the stacks so that we don't end up selecting the same topics for the next round. And I would have to pick a topic for an action movie. So that topic would be, or let me think for a second. Oh, hey, I got it. Lord of the Rings is an action movie. And then everybody would have to secretly determine
if you're agreeing or disagreeing with that, and you put that down. So, yep, exactly.
And then starting with the player to the moderator's left.
Yep.
They get to pick one of the other people at the table that they think they disagree with and see if they're right.
And the moderator is included in going around the table and guess it, and they get to decide also.
Huh? The moderator gets to decide too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, and the nice thing with these is that you can feel real easily on the bottom if there's an X or no X in the heart, so you can easily secretly decide which way you're going to point it. So,
Yep, absolutely.
So that is how to play Agree to Disagree.
All right, folks, we are here to play Agree to Disagree, the new game from Adam's Apples Games. Thank you, Adam's Apples Games, for providing us this copy for us to play and or review and create some content on. We will share our thoughts at the end of this playthrough of what we kind of thought about this. But for starters, we already introduced Conesy and Suzanne, you know us, but we have 2 new people here to help play this game, because certainly playing this as a 2-player game is less interesting than it is playing with more. So who all do we have here? Let's start right here.
Hey, I'm Justin, the Meeples champion.
Woo. And
I'm Matt, the Ghost Walker.
all right, and so we've already shown everybody how to play this game, shown you how to play this game, but before we go ahead and get started, do we have any questions?
Not at this time.
Let's jump in.
All right, let's jump in. So I'm going to go ahead and be the moderator in the first round because Suzanne said so. And we'll go ahead and flip over the top cards of each of these stacks. And then it is the player to my left. If I can tell the difference between my left and the right, you get to pick one of those topics. So we have horror movie, snack, type of joke, poet, business, and supernatural.
Interesting. I think I'm going to go with supernatural.
Interesting. All right. So supernatural is the topic. I have to pick a statement, and then everybody will choose if they agree or disagree with that statement, including myself.
And we can offer suggestions to help him, whether he takes them or uses
That's
them
fine.
or not.
I have a good one. So ghosts actually exist. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Feel the bottom of your marker.
You don't. I mean, as long as nobody sees, you can do it pretty much anyway. Like I can feel. Stop looking over my shoulder here.
All right. So if you agree the heart to Conesy's statement, the heart goes up. If you disagree, the X goes forward to the center of the table.
Okay, ghosts actually exist. Agree or disagree? So we start off with Justin. You put it to the left of me. You pick somebody that you think disagrees with your opinion.
I think I might have the best chance of disagreeing with Suzanne. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try it out.
This is going to be interesting.
We'll see. Slide those together.
Oh,
they do.
wow.
Interesting.
So Justin now gets 2 points,
Woo.
and Conesy as the moderator gets 1.
Yeah, and it's easy. I think for the easiest, because you don't want to have these questions be asked again or have these topics up again, is to just take the top cards for the first points that are scored and hand them out to folks.
All right. So now I am the active player, and I have to decide who I think. I'm going to choose Ghost Walker. I think we might disagree, but then
Let's see
I
what we
guess
got.
Oh, we
actually
agree.
So I get nothing.
We agreed on our opinion of this statement.
All right.
So you get nothing, but now, and I get nothing. But now, 2 of you first
to-
decide with your coin. Reveal that.
All right, ready?
Yep.
All right.
I think.
I think we disagree.
You think
Interesting.
so?
All right. Well, we're
They
gonna find
agree
out.
with each other.
Oh, we did agree.
Oh, wow.
Ah, look at that.
So that means for everyone at home that the
I did the players agree, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
get
you
2.
two.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I don't get the bonus point because
We
we didn't
didn't-
slide together.
yeah.
Which
Right.
would have been interesting.
'Cause you
that
would've
was
won
players
anyways.
agree. If we would have slid together, I would have got a point for
Yep.
them sliding together, but not the 2 points for
Yeah.
that. Interesting. Okay, that's very
All
interesting.
right. So,
All right, so what did everybody actually? Because I think this game is a lot of fun. I think for the fact that now you kind of review after the round, you tell everybody like, what did you do? So I actually do believe ghosts actually exist.
So 3 of us
Actually
believe
believe
it
That
exists. And
surprises me so much, to be honest. Like, I thought maybe you guys a little bit might think that way, but Matt, I was pretty certain. Like, no, he's gonna be hardcore science. He's gonna not think the ghosts exist.
I think
See,
ghosts are just
that's
an
what
unexplained
surprises me so
phenomenon,
much.
and I actually do believe I actually have seen a ghost
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of
a
in
couple
the
of
same
times
as,
actually. In my
I'm
life.
kind of in the same as Conesy. I mean, yes, I'm a very science-driven person, but I also have seen plenty of unexplained phenomenon that makes me go, yeah, maybe it's just something we can't explain at this time, but it doesn't mean people aren't seeing something.
Sure,
and I
sure.
have lived in multiple apartments where my daughter was
Interesting
really
things
young and she was hearing different voices or other things were going on, and I tried some folk remedies to rid the place of ghosts, and they actually worked. So
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
that
Wow,
was
All right, well-
revealing.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
So
flip a couple.
flip
these
them
over.
over and
So,
And then
what
we'll
are the
pick
topics?
options are celebrity, vacation, tradition,
I got it.
movie genre, facial hair, and ice cream topping.
Ooh, let's go with the really controversial one. Ice cream topping.
Ice cream topping.
no, I thought you were going
Interesting.
facial hair.
So,
well, I
Ice
would.
cream topping. Let's see.
So yeah, ice cream toppings don't exist. What you add to the ice cream topping is
Ice cream
just
toppings do
part of
actually
the
exist.
is just part
She's
of
just-
the ice cream.
she's just trying to give you a controversial statement.
Yeah.
What else could we? Ice cream toppings.
Hey, we've been joined by a fly.
again. So
Tis the season.
Maybe something like the most popular ice cream topping is sprinkles.
oh, the most popular like in the world.
He didn't say just.
Yeah,
He
just-
didn't
that's-
say
yeah,
where.
that's-
Interpret that.
He said, "Yep."
Yeah.
You gotta interpret it how you like.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. That's a really tough one for me. You're supposed to go with your first instinct, I guess. So, all right. I've picked mine, I guess.
All right, I go first, right? So I think I'm gonna disagree with you. So, yep, we disagree.
So you get 2
2
points, and
points
Justin
for
gets a
that.
point.
Nice.
Non-active player.
Created some disagreement. Good.
All right, I'm gonna say Justin and I do not agree on this one.
Nobody wants to pick me.
Oh, wait, no.
No, that's
No,
it.
it went through.
It's
There's
solid.
no.
Yeah.
That
they
means you
dis-
two
We
disagree.
disagree.
Yeah, so I
All
get
right.
2 points and you get a point because you're the moderator. Oh, I'm on the board.
Same here.
Well, then it's down to Justin and me. Do we agree or
You
disagree?
gotta flip your coins, or not flip them. I guess you could if you really don't know. Coin flips. I haven't practiced mine.
I think we disagree.
I also think we disagree.
I mean, I figure Conzi probably knows what my thought was.
And we
so-
do disagree.
Yeah.
So you end up
I get
getting.
another point for that.
I get 2 points, but yeah, but you get the 2 points for.
because we.
Look at you racking up the
Woo!
points.
So
Alright.
I'm pretty sure that means that, ice cream sprinkles are not like we don't even own sprinkles. Like chocolate
No.
sauce is,
So-
in my opinion, would be like the number
Oh,
one.
interesting.
I guess
Chocolate sauce.
funny
cherry.
thing is though, and I think I actually read an article on this a while ago, was that amongst kids
They like
they
sprinkles.
love sprinkles.
I
So
think
like
that's the
kids
thing.
like are being
Yeah.
like one of the largest like consumers of ice cream. Almost every kid universally seems to love sprinkles.
See, I
So
think
that's-
worldwide it is very popular,
Yeah.
but here's my thing: is so many ice creams have a cherry on top. Even when they've got the sprinkles, they still added
I
cherry.
hate cherries.
Yeah.
So, but okay, well,
Well-
you're not allowed to have ice cream over here because
we have a very popular restaurant chain called Culver's.
Yep.
That's based here in Wisconsin, and they're pretty much all over the U.S. And they do frozen custard, which is basically ice cream, slightly different, but it's basically. And nowhere in their menu is sprinkles.
Actually,
No.
yes.
Do
my
they Oh, no,
daughter
actually-
gets it.
They do
They
have
have
sprinkles.
sprinkles
Get
now?
sprinkles
Yeah,
on their little scoop cups of ice cream.
Yeah.
I would be very
Oh,
curious. I'm gonna have to reach out. I know
interesting.
people at
My
Culver's
daughter
Corporate.
gets
I'm
it
gonna have to
every-
reach out
my
to them
daughter
and figure
goes
out
out and
what
every
their
Get
most popular
sprinkles.
topping is.
Yeah. My daughter's
Not
16.
I stand
prefers
corrected. Okay.
cups.
Well, I'm
Sprinkles.
proud enough to
I
be.
mean-
I now I'm
corrected.
thinking I want to get sprinkles to add to it just to see.
All
What
right.
it's
What the
Right.
big deal
That
is.
has been
Yeah,
interesting
I've
revelations
only
so
ever
far.
Put sprinkles on Christmas cookies. So.
Okay. Suzanne, our topics are fiction books, cocktails, law, season, hair color, and sport without equipment.
Oh my! I think we're gonna go with hair color.
Hair color.
Wow.
Yeah.
No strong opinions there.
Hair colors.
Hey, hey. There's hair colors, gray and white, and maybe some original hair
Red.
color. There's not much red up here. Red's usually my facial hair.
Oh, you let it grow. I find the red up there.
People with red hair color have the fieriest dispositions.
Well, see, now I have questions again on what
It-
it's called. Red hair color.
that's not
That's
I know.
nothing controversial in that statement at all.
no, not at all. All right, Suzanne. Well,
All right,
Justin's
so I'm
still
gonna-
picking.
All right, I've picked.
All right.
All right, I've been doing pretty good disagreeing with Justin, so let's try again.
Here we go.
Oh
No,
no,
we
we
agree.
agreed. No points for
Ah,
anyone.
no points for anyone. Take that.
Oh.
Well,
All
Justin.
right, Justin.
You know, I think I'll try Matt. I think we might disagree. Maybe.
All right. Oh.
Let's see.
Somebody want to scoot that?
That over here. We do disagree.
All right.
Interesting.
For you,
I'm doing
2
I'm
points
picking
for
butt
you,
for
but
guys.
I get a
Yeah,
point.
you are.
You want to?
No.
Well, I guess once again nobody chose to pick with me. So
I mean, unless I know I'm
You
going to
just know you so
disagree.
well.
all right.
You know
Well,
what's
Matt, you
gonna
gotta.
happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Suzanne picked, Justin picked. So it's down to 2 of us.
As in disagree with each
Yeah,
other.
I think so. I think we're gonna definitely
There
disagree.
you
We
go.
do. All right. So,
I'll take my 2 more points.
and then I get
Coming
2
for ya.
and
Yeah, you're good.
1.
If you weren't such a good moderator.
All
All
right.
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 So so I said no.
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
no.
said no.
And I said yes. Just I've known so many people with red hair.
I do not.
Serious attitude.
See, and I know so
No,
many people
no.
with red hair that dye their hair. The people that dye their hair red or have it naturally red that are just kind of the most chill people I know.
Well, it's
Considering I
So-
have red hair
Okay,
in
he's
some of the
exception
coloration,
maybe, but
I do take
Alright.
exception to being
what,
defined by hair
when
color.
I dye my hair red, it's Kool-Aid red.
All right.
So, all right. Ones to pick from for you, Conesy. Singer, body of water, college degree, rap music, food, and service provider.
I like food.
I know
I
you
like-
like
I mean,
food.
I like
Is that
food.
what you're picking
Yes,
for the
I
topic?
also am picking that for the topic.
All right. So now it's where I'm blanking on
A nice
this.
broad topic.
Yes, it's a very broad topic. So, I
Give you lots of things you can say.
Yep.
so eating food that is in season is healthier for you than eating food. So eating food that is fresh and in season is healthier for you than eating canned or frozen food.
Okay.
Trying to make something controversial so we can all have some
Mm.
disagreements. I'm sure there's some scientific thing somewhere, but this is mine.
Can you say it again?
Eating food that is fresh and in season is better for you than eating canned or frozen food.
Okay.
I mean, barbecue's always in season, so.
Yeah,
Always barbecue season.
There's never a time out of barbecue season in Wisconsin.
but is it in
Well,
season?
Wisconsin, I don't know. Wisconsin's not a big barbecue state. It's
Is
not like
it-
you have a Wisconsin style
fresh?
barbecue.
Is it fresh food
It
or is
depends-
it
comes off
frozen
the grill.
food?
Depends when I got that cow.
All right, I think you're the
I
first
mean,
player,
yeah,
right?
so you gotta pick-
pick somebody.
I feel like we all picked the same. I really do. I don't
hold
feel
on,
like
I
there
didn't
was
actually
controversy.
set mine. I should make sure I set mine.
I don't feel like there was controversy here.
No?
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. So. Yeah. Suzanne, I guess. I think we're.
We're gonna disagree?
I don't have a clue.
Nope.
No.
We did
Yeah,
not
I didn't.
disagree.
I don't feel like I was gonna win that one, no matter who I picked.
All right, I am going to go with Matt. Pick someone different than Justin this time. Ah, we did disagree.
Hmm.
So I get 2 and 1.
And Matt should get some move. No, Matt doesn't
No.
get points there. That's
Ah.
right.
I have to
Okay.
pick. So Justin and I
you
have
have to
to
do that.
Oh yeah, I finally don't have to do that. Well, wait, I was doing the picking the round. I had to do this thing every round.
Interesting. I
Sorry.
think we're going to agree on this.
So
You
that
say
it's gonna
not.
show.
Let's see what happens. We agree.
We do. Okay.
So you get a 2.
No. Well, yeah, he gets a 2.
Yeah.
You're right.
2.
So cool. You want to pass me my thing?
Yeah.
All right. So
All right. So I was saying it is better for you. That was better for you, not necessarily nutrition wise, but just ease of getting it, the cost of it.
But the better for you.
Better
I
for
mean,
you
for me.
mentally. Like it's
Interesting.
better for me mentally if I eat fresh food, fresh fruit or whatever's in season. I feel like it's matching the season.
Versus canned or frozen. I mean, like the especially canned goods, the canning process definitely, like there's scientific evidence that you reduce the effectiveness. Like you're pulling minerals out in it, like they're sitting in the water.
Which is in the can.
So you're losing vitamins and whatever. Like it's in the can, but everybody pours the water down the drain. So the canned goods are generally worse for you.
Yeah,
I guess I've never poured the
nutrition-wise.
water down the drain.
Frozen, again, when I think of frozen foods, I'm not necessarily always thinking of like fresh foods. I'm thinking about things that are fresh, right? And you can combine those fresh things into things that are bad for you, but generally the nutritional value of whatever is fresh is maintained through that whole process versus the potential that there is, hey, I'm discarding parts of it, or I'm choosing a frozen dish that was pre-put together that means it had higher sodium counts or other, less nutritious stuff. So generally speaking, as a general rule, fresh is, in my opinion, better than frozen or canned.
See, my biggest gripe with this was the seasonal thing. I think, it does make sense. Processed foods probably generally are going to be less healthy for you or not better for you, which I won't really disagree with that. But like the seasonal thing is, I don't see how seasonal food, a seasonal vegetable is going to be better for you than a non-seasonal vegetable.
Well,
It's
so
just-
that was
for
my-
me-
that was
for
pretty
me,
much
it's
what
the
drove
mental.
my-
It's the
drove my
mental
disagree on
aspect
that.
of
So-
it, and for me.
So the
so.
seasonal part comes in is typically seasonal means that it was probably more ripe on the plant before it got shipped to you, which means that
So you're saying
thing
it's
should have.
losing less.
It's
It's
like
lost less of its nutritional value.
so
at
like
that
a
point or
lot
something.
of vegetables in particular are picked before they're ripe.
Unripe, yeah.
Because they will ripen in the shipping process, but
Yeah.
since they're off the vine, they're also not
They're
getting
not
that
pulling
extra nutrition that the plant is pumping into it to help it ripen. So you're getting maybe partially ripened or not fully ripened produce, which means it also probably has. I mean, I'm making things up. I don't know. I'm not. but I definitely,
All right,
from a
So
flavor
whatever
perspective.
is said here does not necessarily mean it is fact.
But
This
from
is
a
all
flavor
opinion,
perspective-
people. Okay.
But from a flavor perspective, I mean, I've gardened
Sure.
enough. I mean, we've got strawberries outside. Like the flavor of those strawberries that come off of that bed out there that we hand pick is so much better than a strawberry you get in the store.
So.
I'll
Like,
give you that. Yeah.
and
Fresh-
I
produce.
honestly do think it has a large part to do with the fact that I let my strawberries ripen on the plant,
Mhm.
so they get more sweetness, more flavor, more of all of that.
bigger chance the birds will come and eat them.
Yes, also
But-
that too.
So,
Anyways,
yeah.
that
So
Okay.
I guess I would say to everyone who's watching, let us know what you would agree or disagree with what we had
Yeah.
put in here, because that would be very
Who
interesting.
did you agree? Which host did you agree with the most?
Yeah.
There you go.
Or disagree with
All right,
the
so
most.
we should probably figure out
Oh.
who won. I mean, I don't
Okay.
know that there's I think the winner is like we all learned all these fun things
Oh, it's
about each other.
interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
but
Don't
there-
mind that Justin has like a million points to my 5.
Yeah.
I
So
have 5,
6.
11.
7.
7.
You have
Wow,
11. Way to
Justin.
go.
Good
Yeah,
job.
not bad. Not bad.
Justin knows us the best, I guess.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Or at least has the most controversial opinions, so he's
Or he knows
He's
who he
disagreeing with the rest of the
disagrees
masses.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
So
like
what
I
do
love
you
this.
think?
So this is our second play, right?
with. Yes.
And while we might have boggled a couple of the rules in our first play, and we definitely played it, we definitely caught those mistakes and played it correctly for this play. I'm not a big party game kind of player, but I love the way this game takes it's a conversation starter. Like after every round, we're all talking about our opinions and getting to know each other a little bit more and uncovering little things and just bringing bringing very interesting points of view and opinions to the table, whether we're right or wrong, Matt.
What?
It's a very fun, and so you do have to keep that in mind when you're playing it, because particularly if somebody does, you might have to house rule a couple of things or whatever as far as what's maybe safe to say at the table or safe things to have at the table. But overall, it's a very fun game, and I've had laughs. I'm like, really? You think that? Like, but this is the way I think. And oftentimes, you like it.
It spawns some conversation. Gives you
It
something.
is a conversation starter, but you have to play it with a certain that's.
I think this game would be great if you have a small team at work that you want to do a team building exercise on it or an icebreaker
great.
exercise.
Yep.
This would be great, to do that because everyone gets bored with 2 truths and a lie. Sorry if that's your favorite icebreaker, but I've done it way too many times, So, but there's just something to add. I don't know, Justin, what did you think of it? I know you've played this a couple
I
times.
really
now.
like party games. I mean, things like code names, or I think we played Phantom Inc. pretty recently. I'd call that a party game. The thing I like the most is when a party game lets you be creative. So I can come up with my own controversial thing to say. I'm not sort of bound to what a card is telling me to do necessarily. I really get to come up with something on my own. I think that's a really cool aspect. And that drives these conversations that you guys are talking about, are each our own take on what the word that we're trying to make some statement about. So I love that creative aspect. I think it's really cool. It's a good game.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be another good game in the Adams Apples Games library. And while they did provide us a copy of it, I'm actually really excited that we have it in our collection and get to play it. And looking forward to getting it out to another game night. It certainly didn't take long to play it from a play perspective. So great filler game and/or a great. I think this is a great game if you're running game nights or game days, and you want to maybe you don't know when everybody's arriving or something like that. This is a great game that you can. Hey, everybody, we're just going to play this as kind of an icebreaker game, and then once everybody kind of arrives or shows up. Because it wouldn't even be that hard to deal somebody into the game mid-game, because the game, not taking away from Justin's win, Justin played well, but it's not. I don't know that it's necessarily the experience is not necessarily about winning or losing, in my opinion. It's the experience of playing a game like this is really what makes it exciting.
It's a
because
nice warm up.
My first game, I think I scored 2 points. I for whatever reason, I was
think,
horrendous at picking people that had opposite opinions of me.
Yeah.
And I still absolutely had a great time playing it because it was just oh, hey, well, we're doing this thing, but it's also we're having a conversation about things that we don't normally talk about.
I think it's just like you said. I could definitely see where you need to have some guidelines and rules around it a little bit. I mean, just the traditional we don't talk politics, or what I mean. It's just because I feel like there are probably some sensitive topics that you just might want to avoid.
Hair color.
But other than that, I mean, or even set a timer. Hey, we can talk about this topic for whatever 5 minutes, and then we're moving on. So you don't spend 2 hours arguing about a topic. But I mean, I agree with Ben that you have to treat it as this is a game. We're learning something, and we're having a good time. And it was a good time. We all laughed genuinely. It was just hilarious.
Don't get me started on politics and or religion or whatever, because chances are I won't shut up.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
absolutely. No, you probably need to put some guidelines in like that.
So one thing that was different with the first time that we played this, when you only had about 2 points, is I think we made our statements almost a little too general or a little bit too easy to be a dog is a pet. It's going to be a lot harder to disagree with that. So I think a good part of this game is really trying to create a statement, whether you agree with it or not, that is going to cause some controversy and some disagreement.
And that's where we did play it wrong the first time, right? Because as the moderator, I would want to create a statement like that if I wasn't scoring points for causing disagreement, right? And so by making sure that we included that rule, which we didn't the first time we played,
right.
Now the moderator definitely is encouraged to force people to or
have
to
controversial
to force it into controversial opinions or I shouldn't say controversial opinions, conflicting opinions, right?
Right. You want something that people might feel strongly on either side about, right?
Like now, instead of being like red is a color, now they're saying, hey, red is the greatest color,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
let's
if
see.
you're a fisherman, if you're a fisherman, then you want red skies at night, right? So it's a great color if you're a fisherman.
All right.
But,
Yeah, all right. So, anyways, that is Agree to Disagree from Adam's Apples Games. Excellent game. You should definitely check out. We'll have a link in the description to the game on Adam's Apples website, so you can just find it there. All right, and until next time, thanks for watching. Hey there, it's Conesy. Thank you so much for watching. We put out videos weekly here at Wisco Dice. Check out our channel for more great videos, and don't forget to subscribe. We also have more great content on our website at wiscodice.com. Of course, we do this all for you, the viewers. So please like the video if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.